Good evening, amazing human beings, community members and residents. Welcome to the AAPI Community Heritage event, and specifically to our Indian Heritage session. And so this session is intentionally focused on the Indian community and the amazing diaspora that exists within it and how it contributes to the texture of Howard County's overall collective culture. And so our intention today is to not only educate and give a greater understanding of this amazing culture and the amazing pockets within that culture, but also to educate us in a way to understand how we can connect and communicate better. And so there are ways in which we might not understand the complexities of different cultures within our county. Today, the intention is to give a little bit of information so it can make it a little bit easier. And so what we are going to be doing is essentially, I'm going to fade into the background, and we are going to let our amazing presenters actually come on, and they're going to give us their time, energy, and dedication for us to connect to their culture and to themselves. And so I really appreciate you all, and I know Howard County government, as well as the Office of Human Rights and Equity, really appreciate you all being present, which is different than just being here. And so please, by all means, do whatever you need to do to be present. I'm going to show a video from our county executive, which is essentially going to give us a bit more context about the launch of this. And again, I'm going to fade into the background. When we come back, it is going to be the opportunity for us to give our undivided attention to the amazing presenters. Thank you again for sharing your time and space with us.
In honor of Asian American and Pacific Islander Month, I would like to welcome you to the Office of Human Rights and Equity's AAPI Heritage Month celebration. During the last year, AAPI communities have endured an increase of violence, hate speech, and persecution due to fear, ignorance, and a lack of genuine connection and understanding. We have a responsibility to ensure that all of our residents are and feel safe, respected, and treated with dignity that we all deserve. This month and beyond, we reflect upon the historic and current contributions of our AAPI brothers and sisters. This event will provide entertainment, education, and a genuine way for us to learn more about our AAPI community. Participating in this event are community members and organizations that have a desire to share a piece of their culture to enrich our collective culture. Please join us as we continue to grow, learn, laugh, work, and play as a unified community. Thank you.
All right, and again, that was a message from our amazing county executive. And at this moment, I'm going to fade in the background. Again, if you have any questions or need anything, please chat. Pravin, please take it away.
Thank you very much, Trent, for organizing this. Really appreciate this. And thanks to the Howard County government and Office of the Human Rights Commission and everybody who's been involved in this. It's really a great opportunity for the Asian community to showcase their cultures, and really appreciate Howard County going the extra mile to make sure that we all feel included in the whole process. So just to give a background, I mean, as you all know, May is the Asian American Pacific Islander month. And how did this month of May become Asian as the AAPI month? It basically started with the first Japanese immigrant who migrated to the United States on May 10th, 1843. So May played a big role in the Asian population coming to the United States. So May 10th, 1843 was the first Japanese immigrant who came to the US. And then coincidentally, the Transcontinental Railroad, which was constructed with over 12,000 Chinese immigrants, was completed on May 10th, 1869. So May had a very significant role for the Asian community in the US. And that's why in 1978, President Jimmy Carter announced that May, the first 10 days of May would be called as the Asian American Pacific Islander days. in 1992, George W. Bush made the entire month of May dedicated to the Asian Americans. So that's how we came about the Asian American month of May. So with that, Trent, can you play the first video? And this video is from it's a sitar. This is a sitar rendition by Harsh Kinchi. Yep, go ahead, Trent, play. Thank you, Harsh. That was an amazing rendition of the sitar. Harsh, I know you are on. If you want to turn on your camera for a second. Just what Harsh is a great friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and he's right here in Howard County. Most of the performers today are right here in Howard County. So we got amazing amount of talent right here in Howard County. So Harsh, I had just one question for you. I know you've been playing sitar for a long time, and we would like to hear you in person sometime soon.
Absolutely.
How many strings does the sitar usually have?
Well, you have, first of all, sitar has two bridges, one at the top and the other one is at the bottom. The
Uh-huh.
top one could have five, six, seven, depends upon the sitar. I have a sitar here. I can show you. So you see, this sitar has two bridges, one at the
Okay.
top, one at the bottom. The
Uh-huh.
top one has, depending upon the sitar, but it has like 5 plus 2, 7 strings.
Okay.
And when I'm playing only two.
Okay.
And on the frets, I'm pressing only once the first string. The others are tuned to the raga that you're playing. And the bottom ones are for the resonance. You know the typical sitar sound, when you play a note, there are
Uh-huh.
other notes that you can hear. Those notes come from the bottom ones. And those
Perfect.
are
Okay.
13 strings. So you have 13
Wow.
plus 7, 20. And it could be
Wow.
plus minus few.
So 20 strings as opposed to 6 strings on a guitar that
Yeah,
you play. It's a much more
yeah, like
complicated
guitar,
instrument.
I mean, you can tune a guitar in a minute, half a
Right.
minute. Sitar takes some time.
Wow.
And then if
So
you are changing the raga, then you have to, switch some of the strings, some of the notes. So,
amazing.
yeah, it's a very hard instrument to learn. And
But
by the way, my teacher, the first teacher, he's from Howard County. He
oh,
used to live in Columbia. Yes.
that is
So
good. That
this
is
is
good.
where it all started,
That's
in
right. That's
Howard
right. I was
County.
there when it started. And I'm so glad we have so much great talent in Howard County. And we're going to have some more. Thank you, Harsh, for your time today. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And we're going to hear one more person from Howard County. This is the classical Hindustani song by Dhara Bakshi. And Dhara Bakshi has actually got singles on Spotify. She is a semi-professional. So we're going to use, number 2, please.
Namaste, I am Dhara Bakshi. I am going to present Rag Bageshri.
Apologize for the technical difficulties.
Yes,
We apologize for the
give me
technical.
1 second. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead. Yep. So while Trent is bringing up the video, so Dara, thank you very much for that awesome video, and we'll play the whole video as soon as Trent is able to fix the problem. But I did want to talk to you and see classical Hindustani music is a very difficult art, just like sitar. Are there teachers in Howard County who can teach classical music today? And do you teach too?
Yes, Praveenji. Yes, I do teach Indian classical music. And as you said, it is just being a classical art. I would say any classical art is difficult to learn. So, yes, it is true that it takes a long time to learn and a long time to practice and be and master it. But yeah, so I do teach.
So that's good. And how can we get hold of you, or how can our listeners get hold of you if they want to learn?
Sure. It's our school is called Indian Classical Music School of Columbia, and we have a website with the same name, and the acronym is ICMSC, Indian Classical Music School of Columbia. So if you just Google Indian classical music in Columbia, you will get our website. So yeah, you can contact from there.
Thank you very much, Dara.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Dara. Appreciate that. And those of you didn't get the website, you can always email me and I can always forward it to you. And thank you, Dara. And Trent, let's continue with the video. That was very, very, very beautiful. Thank you, Dara. Really appreciate that. And those of you don't know, Dara has got the energy of a teenager and looks like a teenager. You know, you should meet her sometime. And as soon as this
Thank you,
COVID is
Praveen.
over, we are going to have a live concert because there's so much talent out here. And I want to move on to the next talent, moving from classical to more contemporary. This is a kid I seen him grow, and he's an amazing talent. He has got a few videos on YouTube, and his first video got more than 1 million views within the first couple of days. And he's just an amazing talent. And the great thing is right here in Howard County. And here's a kid whom we saw grow up. So, Trent, can we play the third song, please?
ਨਾਰਾ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਗੇੜੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਬਾਲੇ ਤੱਤੇ ਵੈਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਖੂਨ ਠਾਰਦੇ ਨਾਰਾ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਗੇੜੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਬਾਲੇ ਤੱਤੇ ਵੈਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਖੂਨ ਠਾਰਦੇ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਨਾ ਪਰੇ ਸਿਰ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਚੁੱਕਦੇ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿੰਦ ਵਾਰਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੱਢਦੇ ਆ ਗੋਲੀ ਫਿਰ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਨਾ ਹੌਲੀ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਵੈਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਹਿੱਕੋ ਲੰਘਦੀ ਐ ਬਾਰ ਬਾਰ
Perfect.
ਹੀਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਐ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੀਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਐ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੀਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਐ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੀਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਐ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਤਾ ਬੰਦ ਐ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਯਾਰ ਬੰਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਦੰਦ ਐ ਦੋਗਲੇ ਜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਤਾ ਬੰਦ ਐ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਯਾਰ ਬੰਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਦੰਦ ਐ ਉੱਚ ਲੰਬੇ ਥੰਮੇ ਲਾ ਰੱਖੇ ਨੇ ਸੂਰਜਾਂ ਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਚੜਾਉਂਦੇ ਚੰਦ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੰਡਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖੇ ਅਥਰੂ ਨੇ ਕੱਢਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਵੈਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਚਲਤਾਰਨੀ ਹੀਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਐ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੀਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਐ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੀਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਐ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੀਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ
And we apologize for the technical problem again. Seems like every couple of minutes we're having some issues with the videos. While Trent brings up the video, Rohan, if you want to turn on for your camera for a second, please, so we can all see the handsome Hulk who was there in the video. So Rohan Balla, it's really amazing that having grown up in the US, you speak such good Punjabi and you are able to do songs in Punjabi. For those of you who didn't understand the song, that was in Punjabi, one of the languages spoken in northern India. And Rohan, this is like just amazing that we could do it right here. So there you go, the handsome Hulk. All this was shot right here in Maryland. So do you want to say something about the video before we start playing it again?
No, I just want to say thank you for the kind words before the video. I really appreciate it. But yeah, you're right. It's all shot here in Maryland because we could not really go travel for our shooting due to the pandemic. But not just in Howard County. I think there's so much talent in all of Maryland. Like I was in front of the camera, but people from actually, the camera, the director who has actually directed this, and the people who have edited this video are actually from Maryland as well. So I think as much as I am responsible for the video coming out so good in front of the camera, I think they are even more responsible behind the camera.
So this is amazing. It's great to see so much talent. I mean, again, and it's so great. And it's all because of people like you that our culture is active, and we are able to keep our culture alive in Maryland, 6,000, 10,000 miles away from the place where we were born or grew up in. And this is amazing that we are able to do that. And as an Indian Origin Network of Howard County says all the time, let's have fun doing the right thing and be proud of who we are, but don't play identity politics. So this is a great thing, and Rohan is a great example of everything that we embody. And for those of you who don't know, Rohan is an awesome CPA too. So thank you, Rohan, for doing that, keeping your passion alive and keeping us entertained. Thank you. And Trent, let's continue playing with that video, please.
ਗਿੱਦੜਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਗ ਘੁੰਮਦੇ ਆ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਨੀ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਪਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਗਿੱਦੜਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਗ ਘੁੰਮਦੇ ਆ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਨੀ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਪਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਸਵਾਹ ਵਜੋਂ ਕੱਬੇ ਪਾਵੇਂ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਜੀ ਬਣਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਨਾ ਚਿਹਰੇ ਚ ਗੇਮ ਪਲਟਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੀਂ ਬੱਤੀ ਬੋਰਿਆ ਲਿਆਉਂਦੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਫਿਰਦੀ ਆ ਵੇਲੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਸੀਨੇ ਠਾੜਦੀ ਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆ ਅਖਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆ ਅਖਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆ ਅਖਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆ ਅਖਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਚੋਬਰਸ਼ ਤੀਰੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਹੈ ਵਸੀਰਿਆ ਕੰਨੇ ਸੂਰਤ ਦੇ ਸੁਭਾਅ ਤੋਂ ਫਕੀਰ ਚੋਬਰਸ਼ ਤੀਰੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਹੈ ਵਸੀਰਿਆ ਕੰਨੇ ਸੂਰਤ ਦੇ ਸੁਭਾਅ ਤੋਂ ਫਕੀਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਸਰ ਕੱਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਨੀ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਟੋਲੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਯਾਰ ਸ਼ਮਸ਼ੀਰ ਪਾਇਲਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਰੋਹਨ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਨੀ ਸੁੱਕੜੇ ਅਖਬਾਰ ਨੀ ਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆ ਅਖਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆ ਅਖਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆ ਅਖਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੰਗਦੀ ਆ ਅਖਿਆਰ ਦੀ
That was an amazing video by Rohan and the whole team. So this is just amazing to see the quality of the videos and the professionalism that the kids are showing. So this is just amazing. Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you.
You are awesome, man. And just for records, I was the first person to pay him when he became professional. It was just $20, but it was
Yes. It was
Yeah,
it was the best driver I ever had. I still
There you
remember it was my 23rd birthday.
There you go. Yes. So there you go. So thank you very much.
Thank
So next one, we're going to play a little performance, a Kuchipudi performance. Kuchipudi is a dance in southern India. And I was hoping the performer would be here to talk about it, but I don't see the performer right now. But let's just play the video and then we talk about it a little bit. So Trent, can you play video number 4, please?
गजाननयुतं गणेश्वरं 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 भजामि सततं सुरेश्वरं गजाननयुतं गणेश्वरं भजामि सततं सुरेश्वरं गजानयुक्तं गणेश्वरं भजामि सततं सुरेश्वरं गजानयुक्तं गणेश्वरम्
That was an awesome performance by Vijay Lakshmi Kalvacharla. Unfortunately, she's not been able to join us today, but that's an awesome performance. It's a classical dance form from Southern India. I don't know exactly which part of Southern India, but I know it's from Southern India. And it's a high tempo dance and a high beat music. We are going to be having a couple more classical dances, one Bharatanatyam dance and one Bihu dance coming up shortly. So the next one we're going to have is a classical song by Ishanbi Mishra. Ishanbi Mishra is just amazing. She is a middle schooler right here in Howard County. And the control that she has on the music is just amazing. Why don't we see it ourselves, and then we're going to talk about it, talk with Ishanbi if she's here. Trent, can you play song number 5, please? That was awesome. There was 4 different tunes. I think 4 or 5 songs, different tunes or rag that Ishan B was trying to present here. That's just amazing. And I was just impressed by the voice modulation that she had. As you call harkat in Hindi, it's just amazing. So Ishan B, how long have you been practicing classical music?
I have been learning from my guru Sri Himant Kulkarni ji, who is based in Dayton, New Jersey, for the past 3 years from my music school Swara Sangam.
Wow, that's just amazing that in 3 years you have got so much grasp. It's amazing. And which grade are you in now?
I'm in 6th grade.
6th grade. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing you before you went preschool. So it's always good to see talent grow right in front of our eyes, right here in Howard County. So thank you, Ishanbi, and I'm so proud of you for keeping this Indian culture alive. And thanks to your parents for encouraging you and supporting you. So thank you, Ishanbi. Really appreciate that. And just for reference for all those who are listening to us, Ishanbi will leave anything in this world but her practice. Her first thing was like, I don't care how many people are going to come and I don't care who's going to see my performance. If it interferes with my practice, I can't be there. So I really appreciate you taking the time for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. And the next one is a performance, a Bihu dance by Anjana Bardolai. Anjana, I think you have logged in as a attendee. So Trent, if you can move Anjana from attendee to a panelist, we could have a chat with her after the call, after this video. So Anjana Bardolai is an awesome person. She's multi-talented. She's into IT. She's a great singer, a great dancer, and her whole family is so talented. Her husband, as I know, is a great artist, and her son, you will see in a few minutes, is a great singer. So let's just play song number 6, Trent, and then we'll talk to Anjana in a few minutes.
ফাগুনতে উৰিলে তুলা লাহে লাহে কৰি নাচি থকা নাচনি ভাগৰি পৰিলে মাৰি দিম বিচনী লাহে লাহে কৰি নাচি থকা নাচনি ভাগৰি পৰিলে মাৰি দিম বিচনী তুমি ঘূৰা ঘূৰা তাকুৰি ঘূৰা দি তুমি উৰা উৰা পখিলা উৰা দি তুমি ঘূৰা ঘূৰা তাকুৰি ঘূৰা দি তুমি উৰা উৰা পখিলা উৰা দি বৈয়া হাতে চাপি মৰম দিও ঢালি আজি বিহু তলি তুমি মোৰ হে নাচনী Gonna go.
Thank you, Anjana. That was a great performance. I really love it. The energy that and the smile which you bring, it's always amazing. Just you make my day. Right after Safa. Safa is the person who makes my day, but you're right after her. I don't know if Safa is on the call, but I don't know if she's listening to me. But anyway, so Anjana, can you tell us something about this dance? I know it's a Bihu dance. Where is it performed? Which part of India? And then something about it.
Sure. So Bihu dance is basically from the northeast part of India. So where all the hills and mountains. It's really about during the time of spring. All the boys and the girls in the old days, like they used to dance in under the trees or in the paddy field where they can have some fun and lovers can exchange love. And as you see, the colors that I'm wearing, it's called Muga silk, which is like a very unique silk that you will find only in Assam. And that Muga silk basically has like the red color. It brings more like a vibrant to your life, like more positivity. And, it symbolizes love and power. And so it's more about like how people can have fun in life, leaving all the worries and
Right.
it's all about we call it more like a Rongali Bihu. Rongali is like the color,
Right.
and the Bihu is
That's just amazing.
festival. Yeah.
I mean, you said it, you nailed it, Anjana. Anything, when you work with nature, in nature, things are vibrant, things are fresh, things are fun.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
right.
those of us who don't get out of the house, let's do backyard gardening. Let's get back to nature as much as possible.
Yeah, and that's the reason I did the video in our backyard under the
Absolutely.
tree, so that, and we have like japi, and then you see that I took one copper plate. So that is one of the significance of that dance too. So it's more like a technicality of
Right, right.
That's yeah.
Yeah, and those of you who don't know the dance, you take the plate and you're not supposed to be sticking to it's staying on your hand, and it's supposed to turn it in multiple ways, and the plate should not fall off. And it's a very, very delicate move and a very difficult move. So, and Anjana, you have mastered it. This is just amazing. So thank you, Anjana.
Thank you.
And
you
we
so
will be
much,
talking to your
Praveen.
son in a minute too. Now moving
Awesome.
from classical, we want to go into more contemporary Bollywood dancing. And we're going to talk about this Bollywood dance after this video. So Trent, can you play video number 7, please?
सजना मेरे यार सजना वे सजना मन साथ समंदर ढोल गया जो तू आंखों से बोल गया ओ मन साथ समंदर ढोल गया जो तू आंखों से बोल गया ले तेरी हो गई यार सजना वे सजना ओ सजना मेरे यार सजना वे सजना
So that was a great performance by Bend It Like Bollywood. Uh, so that was a great performance by Bend It Like Bollywood and the teacher Pavani Reddy. So, for those of you who have seen Bollywood for a while, they know how how complicated and graceful Bollywood is, and also how high energy Bollywood dance is. And for those of you who haven't done Bollywood dance, I would say just dance any two random songs. That will burn a couple of hundred of your calories. So it is just fun and awesome. So Pavani, thanks for joining us, and thank you for this amazing video. So tell us something about Bollywood. Where did you get the name Bollywood from, and what does it really mean? I think you're on mute. While she figures out the technical piece, let me tell you, I've known Pavani for a while, and she runs Bend It Like Bollywood, and she's one of the best, well, not the best, but a really awesome lady. Always smiling, always high energy, always very, very respectful, and just something which I tell my kids, like, look at Pavani auntie and be like them. Keep smiling no matter what. So Pavani, just tell something about the Bollywood dance.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Awesome, great. All right, so hey everyone. So basically Bollywood is very similar to Hollywood in terms of the name, but the name kind of originated from Indian Hindi cinema. So that's Indian Hindi cinema is referred to as Bollywood. And the dance that you see in these awesome Bollywood movies is called Bollywood dance. So that's pretty much where the name or the term Bollywood originates from.
Right. So Bollywood actually was a copy of Hollywood, and it started in Bombay. It's called Mumbai now, but it used to be called Bombay, and Bombay became Yeah, I mean, like Bombay became Bollywood, and this is one of the biggest movie industry in the world. So I know, Pavani, you teach dance through Bend It Like Bollywood, your class. How can we find you?
Yes, so we have a website. It's called bilb.co, the short form for Bend It Like Bollywood, so bilb. Or you can just search us up on Facebook or Instagram. We're here for you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Pavani. Appreciate that, and keep smiling. Thank you. So our next song is by Ashwin Bardolai. He's an awesome singer. He doesn't understand. He's born and brought up in Howard County. He doesn't understand Hindi, but when he sings, you can't tell that he's a person who grew up here. And he's a very, very famous guy because he actually sang the national anthem at President Biden's inauguration. So let's play song number 8, Trent.
दर्द सहे महफूज रहे तेरी याद सदा चाहे जान मेरे ये रहे न रहे वो मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे फीका न परे कभी रंग तेरा जिस्मों से निकल के खून के तेरी मिट्टी मैं मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू सांसों से भरे खलियान मेरे जहाँ झूम के भंगरा पा न सका आबाद रहे वो गाँव मेरा चाहे लौट के वापस जा न सका वो बदनावे मेरे बदनावे तेरा मेरा प्यार निराला था कुर्बान हुआ तेरी असमत पे मैं कितना नसीबों वाला था तेरी मिट्टी मैं मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू हंसती रहे तेरी आंख घड़ी भर नम ना हो मैं मरता था जिस मुखरे पे कभी उसका उजाला कम ना हो ओ मई मेरी क्या फिक्र तुझे क्यों आँख से दरिया बहता है तू कहती थी तेरा चांद हूँ मैं और चांद हमेशा रहता है तेरी मिट्टी मैं मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरी फसलों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू
Thank you, Ashwin. That was just amazing. It's just great to see the young kids perform flawlessly. This is just amazing. So thank you very much. And thanks to your mommy and daddy who are great performers like yourself too. So thank you very much. So now moving on from entertainment, dance and music to something more spiritual. India is also known for its spirituality, and there are multiple religions in India. There is Hinduism, there is Sikhism, there is Jainism, there is Muslims, there is Christianity. There's like a lot of different religions in India. We have a short chat about Jainism, one of the beautiful. Every religion is beautiful. One of the very beautiful religions in India. So this chat is by Savita Jain. So Trent, can we play that video, please? Video number 9.
Jai Janendra. My name is Savita Jain and I follow Jain religion. Your last name is your religion? I often get that question. Jain is a minority community in India. So to have an accurate count, we started using our last name as Jain. But what is Jainism? What are the festivals? What are the principles? Jainism is a way of life. We believe that every living thing in the universe had a soul, and all those souls are equally valuable and equally deserving of respect and compassion, and of capable of attaining liberation. The basic principles of Jainism are 3 A's: Ahimsa, Aparigraha, and Anikantvad. Ahimsa, non-violence, not just in action, but in thoughts and words. So saving and caring for even microorganisms, which we found in water and air. Anikantvad, multiplicity of viewpoints. Non-one-sidedness is the acceptance of all positive views. 6 blind men who find an elephant and each touch different part of the elephant, concluding that it's a tree branch touching his trunk, a fan touching his ear, and a rope touching his tail. The only way to know the full truth is to combine their individual truths and learn from one another's perspectives. Each of them is right in their own way. Non-possessiveness emphasizes detachment from worldly goods and desires. In modern life, that means not accumulating or consuming more than our needs. So these 3 A's are not only viewed as the best way to achieve the ultimate liberation, but also the right way to treat others and the environment. Jains are vegetarian or vegan. Eating after sunset is a no-no for us. Our monks and nuns, they has to follow stricter rules than us. Not eating or drinking after sunset for their whole life and consuming only boiled water for their whole life. Not collecting or possessing any kind of wealth, house or money. They don't use any vehicle to travel. They always walk, and that is also bare feet. And there are many more rules for them to follow. Parushan Parva and Daslakshan Parva these are the 2 main festivals of Jains. And these festivals are not celebrated to honor any one god, but rather to provide us with the time to reflect within ourselves. We reduce our connection with the physical world by meditating, reading religious scriptures, and fasting. We eat very plain food, even no leafy vegetables. So to spend as little time as possible on the act of making, preparing, and eating food, and spend more time on self-reflection. There are many different ways to fast because not everybody is capable of fasting. So from eating 1 meal a day, 2 times a day, eating 2 times a day, or not eating for the whole day, just consuming boiled water for 1 day, for 8 days, for 15 days, for 30 days, or eating 1 meal a day, which we prepare without using oil, salt, any kind of dairy products, or any spices, sugar, or salt. And again, there are many different ways to fast. Prayers and meditation are an important part of daily lives in Jain households. And the function of the Jain prayers isn't to ask favors from a divine soul, but to reflect on your actions. Ask forgiveness for knowingly and unknowingly hurting others, and recommit 5 vows of Jain principles. Jainism is a scientific religion. So if you want to become a true Jain, doesn't matter if you're a Jain by birth or not, just following this simple day-to-day concepts, you can.
Sorry about that issue, but that was the end of the thing. So that was great message, Savita. Really appreciate that. Very, very simplistically, you have explained the Jainism to me. I had friends who were Jains, but there's all this confusion. You have explained it so simply, and this is just amazing and awesome. And for those of you who don't know, Savita lives the principles of Jainism. She respects every single small living being, and she does more for others than she does for herself. And she's also an excellent cook. And that's all we all need to do, is we need to kind of look beyond ourselves and look for what can we give to others rather than what can we take from others. And that's something Savita embodies every single minute. And thank you, Savita. Appreciate that real awesome video.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Such pleasure.
And then we're going to go to the last performance. Then we're going to turn it back to Trent. So Trent, if you can play video 10A and 10B in that order, that'll be great. So 10A and 10B are performances, Bharatanatyam performances by two different groups. Bharatanatyam is one of the classical dances from Southern India. Like Kuchipudi, Bharatanatyam is also a Southern India dance, and it's a high energy dance. Let's watch it. Go ahead, Trent, play it, please. So we're going to play a second video. That was an amazing performance. But the last video basically just shows the ingenuity on how we cope up with COVID. Because of COVID, the kids couldn't have in-person training, so they were all learning on Zoom and through various chat software. So this was just great on, when you really are focused on achieving something, they can always find a way to do it. And the last video just showed that if you really wanted to learn something, there is a way to do that. So this was by Devyani, but Devani is the teacher, but she's not here today. She had to go for her sister's wedding. So, but she's represented today by Simran and Nirvana. So Simran and Nirvana, can you turn on your videos? There you go. Thank you, Simran and Nirvana. Thank you for joining us today, and tell your teacher that this was just amazing. Loved the way, the energy and the coordination between the various performers. But can you tell us something about Bharatnatyam? Like, no, just a minute. What is Bharatnatyam? Where is it from? And what's unique about it? Simran, I think you are on mute.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, so Bharatnatyam originated from the southern state of Tamil Nadu, and it started off as a form of worship in the temples. As you can see, the two different songs have qualities of worship, but both in very different tones. So the first song, called Vishmakarakanan, talks about the playfulness of Krishna. You can see we're like feeding him butter and we're playing around with him. And the second song is more traditional. It's about worshiping Ganesha. So I think the most unique thing about Bharatanatyam is that you can convey a variety of emotions through dance.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, India has got so many sacred things. Everything in India is sacred, and Bharatanatyam is one of the sacred dance forms. So really appreciate you taking the time to explain to us. Thank you very much. And that's a lot of amazing talent that we have in Howard County right here. It's just amazing to see that the next generation is so proud of their identity and want to keep the culture alive. And what makes us an Indian, alive here. So this is just great. So thank you very much. I have done a lot of shows. I have attended a lot of events, but the talent that I have seen today is just amazing. And the great thing is done by both the first generation and the second generation, and it's happening right in Howard County. So thank you very much for coming today, and thanks for your sharing the information about Bharatanatyam. So Trent, I'm going to return it back to you, and then you can guide the next segment of the program. Thank you very much, Trent.
No problem. Thank you. And so at this time, actually, we are going to be shifting gears. We're going to be continuing our programming, but we have another organization that is going to come on and give a couple of different examples of what they would like to showcase. And so whoever is supposed to be presenting first from that group, if you wouldn't mind just taking over, that'll be perfectly fine.
Activities designed to better our community through programming focused on the most vulnerable in our communities. Their COVID response has meant SEVA, serving those in need. ICA has distributed more food to struggling families in Howard County than the Howard County Food Bank. They have distributed about 1 million pounds of food to the needy families, and ICA is supported by the volunteers from local businesses, medical, and other professionals. Let's look at the recent free food distribution event held in Ellicott City in Maryland. The Indian Cultural Association, a nonprofit organization which was formed to bring the diverse communities of Howard County together through programs, events, resources, community outreach, wellness programs, and community support services to address the cultural, physical, and emotional needs of the large Indian population in Howard County and those of the community at large. According to ICA founders, they celebrate Indian culture and serve their people. ICA's programming is designed to help unite the people from the Indian subcontinent to help preserve its culture and traditions. to pass on their cultural heritage to the next generation. It is also their goal to unite their diverse communities. Indian Americans are the largest immigrant community in Howard County. They are diverse, multi-ethnic, and vibrant Indian communities. Both Howard County and Maryland are vibrant representations of the numerous cultures and religions from around the world. ICA brings people together around Indian culture, its song, its dance, its food, and its vibrant culture.
उस आकाश की गहराइयों में एक नदी से बह रहे हैं शून्य सन्नाटे टपकते जा रहे हैं मौन से सब कह रहे हैं योग के इस स्पर्श से अब योग मैं करना है तन सांस शाश्वत सनन सनन प्राण गुंजन धनन गणन उतरे मुझ में आदि योगी योग धारा छलक छल छल सांस शाश्वत सनन सनन प्राण गुंजन धनन गणन उतरे मुझ में उतरे मुझ में इस दो अस्तित्व मेरा और कर दो चूरा चूरा पूर्ण होने दो मुझे और होने दो अब पूरा पूरा रस्म कर दो आदि सब रंग भर दो झूठे ये मन सितारी छनन छनन छनन
सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदू सारे जहां से अच्छा हम बुलबुले हैं इसकी ये गुलसिता हमारा हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा. Mark Twain once said, India is the one land that all men desire to see, and having seen once, by even a glimpse, would not give that glimpse for all the shows of all the rest of the globe combined. India, incredible India, where color is doubly bright, land of Mahatma Gandhi, Rani Lakshmibai, a country where every great religion finds a home, land of beauty, generosity, traditional hospitality. India, an emerging power that is making its mark with its unique blend of ancient knowledge mixed with modern science. Let's together celebrate India, incredible India. I, Savita Jain, welcome you all on this beautiful evening on behalf of Indian Cultural Association of Howard County. Let's begin tonight's performances. I would like to invite Sarvari Gangopadhyay. Sarvari Gangopadhyay is a Hindustani classical vocalist of the Rampur, Sahaswan and Dagar Gharanas. She is the founder, director of the Aradhana School of Music in Clarksville, Maryland. Sarvari teaches Hindustani classical and light classical vocal music to students all over the US through in-person as well as online classes. Let's welcome Sarvari Gangopadhyay. Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujala Sufala Malaya Jasitala Shashya Shamala Mataram Vande Mataram
सुहासिनी सुमधुर भाषिणी सुखदं वरदं मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram. Thank you. Namaskar.
Hello, unfortunately, we can't hear you. I'm not sure if you're muted or not.
Indian culture and traditions always garnered global attention for its uniqueness. So, not only Indians but many foreigners love to learn different art forms of India. Lana Orkehova began her Kathak training at the age of 9 from established artists all over the world. And her style has been evolving ever since, incorporating contemporary Simonson technique and several gharanas of Kathak. She is a founding member of the Suntali Dance Collective and performs with the Nutana Music and Nityananda Dance Academy. Lana is performing a semi-classical solo to the famous Bollywood song Mohe Rang Do Lal, portraying a color play at the festival of Holi with Lord Krishna.
मोहे रंग डोला
At the beginning of today's program, you heard from Sanjay Srivastav, the president of ICA. Now let me introduce Niti Srivastav. Sanjay and Niti are founders of the Indian Cultural Association, and they have both worked tirelessly for the betterment of Indian community. It is their vision to introduce Indian culture to everyone in our community and to preserve the vibrant Indian culture for the next generation. Sanjay and Niti are responsible for bringing you cultural events on a scale not seen before in Maryland. Holi, Golgappa Contest, Festival of India, and others. Under their leadership, ICA has become the largest Indian organization in the tri-state area. Prior to and throughout the pandemic, Sanjay and Niti have worked tirelessly to bring programming for our community. Since its formation, the Indian Cultural Association has been engaged in community service activities, which includes health fair, senior services, youth services, movie nights, language translations, mental health awareness programs, advanced directives, senior citizen club, celebrations of festivals, free food pantry, free cooked meals, and more. In the spirit of Seva, during the pandemic, ICA has distributed almost 2 million pounds of food to needy families in our community. Niti and Sanjay have made a difference in their community, and we are inspired and grateful that they have chose to live in Howard County. Now let's hear from Niti Srivastav.
Thank you for that warm introduction, Savita. Namaste. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us today and taking the time to learn about Indian art and culture. Some of you know me, but those who don't, my name is Niti Srivastava, and I am the founder and executive director of Indian Cultural Association. India is a spectacular confluence of diverse cultures and traditions, a treasure trove of fascinating sights and sounds, vibrant traditions, and the delectable cuisine that makes India truly incredible. One of the oldest civilizations in the world, India has a rich heritage and countless attractions. It is home to the finest architectural heritage, serene ghats, picturesque landscapes, and breathtaking waterfalls. It is the habitat of the country's largest tiger reserve and some of the warmest people on earth. India is multicultural, multi-religious, multilingual. There are 22 official languages and more than 1,600 variations of them. Today, we will show you only a glimpse into the wonder that is called India. As things are opening up, we will have in-person events later this year, so follow our Facebook page for all the updates. It is facebook.com/ICA Howard. ICA events and programs are free and open to all, and a large number of those attending are non-Indian, reflecting a microcosm of the diversity that is in Howard County. As you know, ICA has led hunger relief efforts in Howard County. We were faced with so many challenges, but we exceeded all expectations. Thank you all for the love and support you have shown ICA. I also want to thank all the performers for sharing their talent with us today. With service and love for the Indian culture in our hearts, we celebrate it and share it with everyone. Let our culture, our customs, live through us. Let us be proud of our heritage. Namaste.
Thank you, Niti and Sanjay. Now, let me share some fun facts about India with you guys. The meals we prepare are based on the weather. Certain food items can be consumed in only certain type of weather to give its best impact on health. Indian restaurant food you eat here is not what we eat every day. If you ask for the recipe to any Indian mom, forget about getting exact measurement of ingredients. Almost every Indian can speak multiple languages. Isn't that cool? On that note, let's see next performance by Kavya Zaveri, Kashvi Mehta, Harshvi Shah, Yashvi Shah, and Janvi Shah.
असंख्यता है चौगति भ्रमण महा है मोक्ष ढाई द्वीप से हिराय भूमि से सदा हरिहंत जन्मते जहाँ वो अंध कर्म भूमिया असीम सी खुशी वहाँ है धर्म साधना वहाँ नमो अरिहंताणम नमो अरिहंताणम पुरुषों में सिंह सम लोक में उत्तम चरण अंगूठे ये मेरु कंपाए सिंहासन डोलता है इंद्र का भी होते जब प्रभु के कल्याणक वंश में वैभव है राजपाट है पटरानी के सपूत वे पिता भी सम्राट है मेरु शिखर पे इंद्र 64 मनाते स्नात्र है अतुल्य बल भुजाओं में लक्षण सहस्त्र 8 है श्वेत वर्ण रक्त है धन सुगंध युक्त है प्रस्वेद मल नहीं आहार भी अदृश्य है दीक्षा ग्रहण करे प्रभु पंचमुष्टि लोच से शुक्ल ध्यान में रहे आत्मरीपु से लड़े कैवल्य का सूरज उगे योजन भूमि में देवता त्रिगण समव शरण रचे पूर्व से प्रवेश कर प्रभु प्रदक्षिणा कर नमोतिथस्य बोल कर पूर्वाभिमुख विराजते मालकं सराग में अर्धमगधि भाष में चौमुखी देशना दे 12 पर्षदा सुने धर्म तीर्थ स्थापे प्रभु त्रिपदी प्रकाशते 12 अंग गणधर पल भर में रचे
Apna Gujarati is a leading platform that spreads awareness about the richness of Gujarati language, literature, and music. Their landmark video, which we are about to see, was executed by over 50 participants and across 12 cities. Majority of the dance form captured in the video is simple Betali or Tran Tali and some variations of Dodiyu, as well as contemporary Ras fusion. Enjoy the vibrant musical.
शुभारंभ मंगल बेला आई सपनों की डहरी मृदु की बाजी शहनाई शहनाई ओ शहनाई कहने को तो खेल है ये तेरा मेरा संजा पर मेरा दिल है पतंग और तेरी नजर मजा मजे से लिपटी ये पतंग जुड़ी जुड़ी जाए उड़ी उड़ी जाए उड़ी उड़ी जाए मेरा दिल में पतंग जो उड़ी उड़ी जाए उड़ी उड़ी जाए उड़ी उड़ी जाए मेरा दिल में पतंग जो उड़ी उड़ी जाए
Let's welcome our next performers from Tumak and Zind Dance Academy.
तारा गिन के रात बिताई नैना नू जद कोई दीद तरसाई भीड़ में रह के भी कोई तन्हा रह जाए यादा दी महफिल दिल कलियां सजाए बस चैन यार ते करार यार इस जिंदगी दी दरकार यार बस चैन यार ते करार यार इस जिंदगी दी दरकार यार कमली पड़ा के इश्क नचावे बिन सुर ताल इश्क कमाल जिस तन लगे इश्क कमाल जिस तन लगे इश्क कमाल
मुझसे दूर कहीं ना जा बस यही कहीं रह जा मैं तेरी दीवानी रे अफसोस तुझे है क्या मुझसे दूर कहीं ना जा बस यही कहीं रह जा मैं तेरी दीवानी रे अफसोस तुझे है क्या तेरी मेरी कहानी नहीं बन गई तू मेरा हो गया मैं तेरी हो गई जहाँ जाए तू संग मुझे ले जा ले जा रे महकी रात में चुरा के सारे रंग ले जा मेरा तेरे भीगू साथ में तू ऐसी मुलाकात दे जा
अरे रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे
वो तेरी मलमल की कुर्ती गुलाबी हो गई चली चाल कैसा नवाबी हो गई बलम पिचकारी जो तूने मुझे मारी तो सीधी सादी छोरी शराबी हो गई अजीब पहन के जो तूने मारा खूंगा तो लड्डू पड़ोसन की भाभी हो गई I like that.
Before we move on to the last performance of the evening, I would like to thank all of you for joining us. I would like to thank ICA for giving me the opportunity and my daughter Sarah for helping me with the technical part of the event. Now our last performer, Tamanna, she's a Kathak artist and Hindustani vocalist. Under the guidance of Guru Nityashri Alakhananda, over the last 20 years, she has performed at various platforms nationally and internationally. She received the prestigious CCRT scholarship from the Government of India. She is currently based in Washington, D.C., where she works as an urban designer while performing and teaching Kathak. Tamanna tonight will perform a solo about Lord Shiva, describing his power and strength. Please enjoy and good night.
As we end these celebrations, I want to take a few minutes to talk about the pandemic and what India is going through at this time. It is a devastating situation. The COVID-19 crisis right now, the second variant, has left every household in India affected with deaths, parents, children, grandparents, aunts and uncles. I have personally lost several family members. I am not alone. Every family has been touched by this tragedy. When the world was in the throes of the pandemic, India donated hundreds of millions of vaccines for Africa and other parts of the world without hesitation. Now India needs help. The need is immense. Millions of people are suffering. The situation is dire. Not enough hospital beds, oxygen, other essential supplies. Not enough doctors, healthcare providers. The medical system is collapsing. It is our duties to step in, to do whatever we can to help India in this moment of crisis. We are supporting several charitable efforts. Save Our International is one. They have been airlifting medical supplies, ventilators, oxygen concentrators, etc. Please donate whatever you can. The next video is a touching tribute to the resilience of India and its people. Muskarayega India, which essentially means that we will overcome. It means that we will smile once again. This will end. Let us have faith. It is also a call to action. Please help if you can. We are one family. We are one people. Vasudev Kutumbakam. Namaste.
मुझे विश्वास है हर हिंदुस्तानी इस संकट का न सिर्फ सफलता से मुकाबला करेगा बल्कि इस मुश्किल घड़ी से विजयी होकर निकलेगा।
जय 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 हो जय 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 फिर से शहरों में रौनक आएगी फिर से गाँव में लौटेगी हंसी फिर से साथ सारे यार होंगे ना होगी पाबंदी ना रोक ही कोई फिर से सड़कों पे सब नाचेंगे पटरी पे पहिए भागेंगे गूंजेंगे खेलों के मैदान बांटेंगे हम खुशियां गम भी हम मिलकर बांटेंगे फिर से होगी सपनों की उड़ान जो साथ दे दे सारा इंडिया फिर मुस्कुराएगा इंडिया फिर जीत जाएगा इंडिया जो साथ दे सारा इंडिया फिर मुस्कुराएगा इंडिया जो साथ दे सारा इंडिया फिर मुस्कुराएगा इंडिया जो साथ दे सारा इंडिया फिर मुस्कुराएगा इंडिया जो साथ दे सारा इंडिया मुस्कुराएगा इंडिया जो साथ दे सारा इंडिया मुस्कुराएगा इंडिया फिर जीत जाएगा इंडिया फिर मुस्कुराएगा इंडिया
Hello. Was that the last video?
Yes, that is. Thank you all for attending.
Awesome. Thank you all. Yes, definitely. I really appreciate everyone who is present, which again is different than being here. Special shout out to all of the curators as well as presenters that put this amazing program together. And also, just as a reminder, we have 2 more events that are coming, one tomorrow, which is actually going to be a cooking event. And then our last one is the China session, Chinese session, which is on Sunday. And so please join us again as we continue to make sure that we're recognizing all of the amazing cultures that exist within the AAPI community and how they contribute to the texture of Howard County's collective culture. At this time, my name is Trent A. Hall, and we're going to end our program. On behalf of the Office of Human Rights and Equity, as well as Howard County Government, thank you again, and have a beautiful night.